I think that that's the beauty of this industry that we don't get enough credit for. Everybody's always saying it's all about, low cost and this and that, but we always are thinking about the clients from that standpoint. Over the next 5 years, what challenges do we have?
So I think that there's a handful of things happening, and one is around sustainability, building firms that are long lasting. So I think a sustainable firm is around succession. I think it's around your technology. I think being very cognizant of the cyber threats that are out there, making sure we're educating our end consumers, because that happens every day and it's scary and it's probably not going to go away.
Above all that, I think it's just kind of this, we've said a dozen times, people don't like change.
Yeah.
And whether that's clients or advisors or everybody in between, I think that's going to be the underlying challenge to all this stuff. And I think that addresses technology and a lot of things we've talked about this evening.
I'm going to go a little philosophical.
All right, let's go.
And say that I think that we're in a David versus Goliath type battle of sales versus service culture in our industry. And I think the RIA space has kind of come out of nowhere in the last 20 years, and all of a sudden it's become the Clark Howard preferred way of doing business, where the advocacy actually exists as opposed to the big bank system where we create profits. And I think that the next 5 years are going to be kind of pertinent to try to continue to shift and make sure that David is going to win that battle ultimately. Because I think what happens if it doesn't is that we have to really further regulate our industry.
Well, do you think that the opportunity then for David to win is having a seat at the table, but it's even more, I think that the opportunity is us as an industry of RIAs to stop trying to say, like, I'm fearful of them knowing my secrets or XYZ knowing my secrets, of coming together and banding together to face the Goliaths of the world, right? Firms are so tight-knit to share their secrets because they're because we're like, oh, they're gonna take my secret, and I'm like, I don't really care. It comes down to nobody's going to be able to take me.
Look at bottled water. I grab whatever's there, whatever's the size I want, whatever looks the coldest, whatever it is, you know? There's plenty of room for a ton of bottled water.
If we all focus on just ourselves, then the industry, Goliath is going to win. Goliath will win. Trying to predict the future in the financial advisory industry is somewhat like trying to predict where the market's going to be in 5 years. But I do believe that over the next 5 years, our industry is going to stay or even expand the need of a human. And the reason for this is that we are going to be providing more services to our clients, and the human element is going to be more and more crucial. The challenge for financial advisory firms, I think, are going to be twofold. One, how do you scale your current humans in your business today to provide those services and extra value? But then two is, are you going to accept the fact that we need to move up Maslow's hierarchy to focus on fulfillment of our clients? Are we going to stay in the way that we've been doing it, where we only focus on investment advisory and investment decisions, or are we going to look to provide more fulfillment out of their relationships with us? I believe that the firms that do that more over the next 5 years, as that is going to be a trend in the next 5 years, will be the leaders in the pack, and those that have the challenge of getting over that hump today will be on the back burner looking up at every other financial advisory firm going forward.